Good morning. Today turned out to be fantastic. It looks like it's going to be sunshine most of this morning at least. There is no wind. And I think it's a perfect day to continue to drive a few miles up to the Rocky Mountain National Park. There are of course many ways in, but if you come from the Colorado side, I would say the way in that makes the most sense is to pass Estes Park. It's a cool mountain town. I'm not going to explore Estes Park today, but we are passing right through it up to higher elevation. So let's do it. This place is called Beaver Meadows. And it looks like it's a super popular place. And they have bears in the area. And a beautiful mini stream. It's rare these days to find an open landscape like this. The cities are expanding rapidly, land is shrinking quickly, but this is what we have left. And if you like to hike, you can do it. Let's see. They have a hike that is 1.7 miles, another one is 2, and the longest one is 6.5. I will of course not do that. Not today. I wonder why they put up this fence. One answer could be they want to protect these trees. Maybe they have too many elks, or too many other animals eating all the leaves. I mean, I don't know. But you see a few fences in the beginning when you go into this park. Or maybe it's Bigfoot. Yeah, it could be. I mean, this is the Bigfoot epicenter in Colorado. By the way, that was a wild guess. Maybe you know. But I think the conclusion is they are protecting these trees. Sometimes I feel like a scientist, analyzing everything. So stupid. The wind is picking up, and that's also typical for an area like this. It's quiet in the morning, then a little bit of wind, or a lot of wind I should say, during the day, and then towards the evening it's calming down again. I think we have seen this meadow, right? Let's go back. Another thing you can do in a park like this is to study alien life forms. But you need a good telescope. Like this one. This is interesting. And that's happening by the parking lot. But look at the size of this beast. To carry this one around, it's not easy. So you need to just find a good spot and hope people are leaving, and then look up in the sky. I like these. They are beautiful. And they are spread out all over the place, by the way. I see a group of the same flower further down. Let's check it out. We have at least 20 of them right in front of us. And another thing is, if you own a helicopter, you don't even need to drive into the park. You can come and land pretty much on this, I don't know what you call this. Is this a helipad or a heli landing spot? Or I don't know what it is. But it's a little square, 20 by 20 or 25 by 25 feet. I wonder what they will say if you really land on the edge. Will the park police come and bust you, or maybe nothing happens? Maybe you have done that. It would be interesting to know. Are you allowed to land, or is it just for rescue? It's hard to beat this view. Let me see if I can find another view. I went up a little higher, and this is the new view. It's not bad. It's not, and we are looking down pretty much on this beaver meadow. I think they call it the upper beaver meadow. I don't know why it's upper, but I suppose there is a lower meadow below it. I don't know. I don't have a map, and I recommend you, if you're a tourist and you go to a park, get the map. In parks like this one, you see dead trees all over the place. Maybe a winter storm took them down, or sometimes fire has played a part of that, and you never know. And another thing is, it's also super hard to see wildlife. You need to be out late or early, because during the day the tourists are moving in, and there will be no wildlife. But you will have fantastic views if the weather is good. I still think we are looking at the upper beaver meadow below. And they built this walkway to give you the best experience. It looks like people are gravitating to this parking space. Maybe because they have rocks right next to it. Let's find out. I agree, it's a good place if you want to snap a few pictures of your family and you sit down and just enjoy. One approach you can have if you go to a place like this is just go in, don't plan anything, and see what's happening. That is one approach. But there are also people who have planned every stop weeks in advance, and I think that kind of kills the moment. I mean, it's a charming place, and you want to improvise, and if you're lucky to see a moose, that's fine. If you don't see a moose, who cares, right? You can see something else. And if you don't see anything, at least on the top, I think they have a ranger station where they sell coffee. So there is hope. There are many streams coming down from higher elevation, like this one. But the reason I stopped is because we have so many dead trees in this area. I wonder why. And I think it's going all the way up to the top, by the way. It could be insects killing the trees, because it doesn't look like a fire has been burning recently on these slopes. As soon as I left, I found another stream coming down. Like I said, water is everywhere. The wind is stronger when you get close to the top. But it doesn't matter, we have to give it a shot anyway. It's a popular place. Also because they have restrooms. But the view is stunning, so there you go. This is one of the better viewing points. It's also a windy place. I try to hide. I have to go low behind the cars. Will I make it? Let's give it a shot. You can hike up to the ultimate viewing point. But they remind you that you need to stay on the trail because the tundra is closed due to sensitive vegetation. The thing is, if you destroy this vegetation, it will take years to get it back. So we better walk on the asphalt. And that's true. They actually talk about the land of extremes. And it is extreme. It's cold, it's windy, and winter time, you don't want to be in a place like this. It's going to be too much snow and too much wind and no sunshine. But a day like today, that's a different story.
Too, because it talks about the temple.
They also tell you the height of these mountain peaks. And I think the one to the left, this one, no, this one, way back there is 13,327 feet. That's 4,000 meters, my friends. That's what I call altitude. This is also an area where you can spot elk, by the way. But every time I've been here and I've seen them, they're like 2 miles away. Maybe today is a better day. Who knows?
The elk are there.
The temperature dropped down to about 53 degrees on this altitude.
I dropped it. What's he doing?
But it's such a nice place. I mean, it's interesting to see the tundra because it's not every day you have the opportunity to be up on this altitude. Let's do one slow scan over this beautiful valley. That is one complete loop. This is interesting. They say that the road we are driving on was constructed in 1929 to 1933. Can you imagine the work they had to do? It's almost unreal when you think on it, because they didn't have any modern machines. It was carved out by hand. They call this the lava cliffs. And I can't film. I mean, the wind is just pushing down. But it is a popular place for kids to play with the snow. The woodland is down below. And you can imagine how it would be if you hiked it. It could take days. But before you try, make sure you have the right equipment. This is the first bird today, a raven. Hello, raven. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen a living creature except this raven. Well, tourists, of course, but no elks and no moose. But this is not where the moose is hanging out. He is down by the meadow for sure. According to the sign, they call this the Gore Range. And they are telling us that every single peak you are looking at is over 12,000 feet. 12,000, 12,000, another 12,000, and so on. There is also a piece of civilization up on this ridge, and they call it the Alpine Visitor Center. This is like being in the Alps, but not. This is a beautiful valley. Wow. This is nice.
You can take our picture.
Ooh, it's dark. I can barely see, but maybe the camera can see. You find the typical stuff, snack in all forms. But you need that because you will be tired after walking all these trails.
Largest size you carry in the black? Do they have an exit band?
The Rocky Mountain National Park. Yeah, t-shirts. What else do they have? I mean, books, touristy stuff. I mean, there is a great variety of things you can buy. What I need is a cup of coffee. Come on, guys, where's the coffee? Where is the coffee? Oh, I can smell coffee. It's getting closer. And food. They are selling all kind of stuff. Grab and go. Yeah, that sounds good. The last thing you can do after a cup of coffee is to walk up to the top. Let's see how the wind is, but I will certainly not skip this one. Just finished the steps. Keep in mind there is no oxygen on this level. Well, at least not much. So every step you take is a challenge. I think this is the end of today's exploration. The elevation is 12,005 feet above sea level.
It would probably help if I keep going.